So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Wilson going to change things up here. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now it's Wilson.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Wilson. Touchdown!
Sam Laporta.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have moved out in front.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Operating from the gun, Lay.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Second and 10 now, Wilson.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Again, Wilson. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
George Pickens
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
So Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It fights him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Lay. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lay. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Here's Williams to return.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
They push it back 8 yards that time on second down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Returnable here from the 38. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They go jet sweep here with Williams. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Kenny Clark with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. On the give, here's Gibbs. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
A give, right side for Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time.
Gibbs is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Gibbs. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Wilson on the keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Lay. Now he's free at the 35 and down to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lay.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start.
Second down and a yard. Hand off now to Gibbs.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Wilson now off the bootleg.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Wilson.
That is caught.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Gibbs has it.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
2nd and 9.
Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
Now Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lane. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. They'll hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. It's complete to Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jair Elam makes a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much,